According to Rashid al-Din Hamadani, Genghis Khan's eldest son, Jochi, had 14 sons. When he died, they inherited their father's dominions as fiefs under the rule of their brothers Batu Khan, as Supreme Khan and Orda Khan, who, although the elder of the two, agreed that Batu enjoyed primacy as the Khan of the Golden Horde. Orda, along with some of his younger brothers, ruled the eastern wing of the Golden Horde while Batu and others ruled the western wing of it. These hordes are known as the White, Blue, and Grey Hordes in Slavic and Persian historiography. The two main divisions are also known as Batu's Ulus and Orda's Ulus, subdivisions in terminology. According to the Tariq-i-Dus Sultan written by Otemish Haji in Khiva in the 1550s, Batu's Ulus was officially known as the White Horde, Orda's the Blue Horde, and Sheban's the Grey Horde. The terms White and Blue Horde have been much misused, causing enormous confusion due to modern sources. History books by notable authors left the name of Orda's son and successor, Kun Kharan, and others quickly followed it. Blue Horde eastern part. In Russian chronicles, the Blue Horde is described as the eastern part of the Golden Horde, which was being found in the allegiance on west, and which was being governed by the descendants of Orda Khan. After the succession struggle of Batu's line in the 1360s, known as Great Troubles, the authority both parts of the Golden Horde passed to the eastern Jochids. According to the Russian chronicles, Blue Horde was located to the east of the Volga and is mentioned twice. The first time in connection with the Great Troubles, which was completed by the accession of Toktamish, and the second, with the invasion of Timur in 1395. In the Horde, the powerful Khan, Timur Aksak, from the east, from Blue Horde, the land of Samarkandskaya, and his much confusion and mutiny to voivodes in the Horde and in Russia by his advent. Neither king, son of king nor his tribe existed within its noyons, but such from the simple poor people, the common Tartars from Blue Horde, to the Iron Gate. Western part. According to the less popular and alternative point of view, the Blue Horde, on the contrary, corresponds to the western part of the Golden Horde. This opinion is based on the literal movement to information of Persian composition of the 15th century, Muntakab Atm Tavarikh Namu, by Mu'in ad-Din Natanzi. It is said after story about the administration of the Golden Horde Khan Tokta in this work. After him, the Ulus of Jochi was divided into two parts. Those, which relate to the left wing, i.e., the limits of Ulug Targa, Sakyazyaghachar and Karatala to the limits of Tuasina. Environments Agendam Bachkenda, were affirmed after the descendants, Nogai, and they began to be called by the sultans of Ak Horde. However, the right wing, which includes Ibir Sabir, Russian, Libka, Ukik, Madza, Bulgar, Bashgird and Srai Burka, was given to descendants, Tokta, and they named them the Sultans of Blue Horde. However, as showed the contemporary studies, they are in all probability incorrectly understood, since in the Persian tradition blue and white colors indicate the opposite sides of light in comparison with the Turkish and the Mongolian. One of the parts of the left wing of the Golden Horde in Kazakhstan. This conventional is the third point of view, according to which the division into white and blue hordes relates only to the eastern part of the Golden Horde. Accordingly, the Blue Horde is understood as appanage of Sheban, another son of Jochi, which located between the right wing of Golden Horde and the Horde of Orda Khan. History. Right-wing Batu Khan effectively founded the White Horde upon the withdrawal from Europe in 1242, and by 1245, Sarai, the capital of the Horde, had been founded on the lower Volga. At the same time, the eastern lands of the Golden Horde were administered by Batu's older brother Orda, and these came to be known as the left wing. Batu asserted his control over the Russian principalities after sacking the cities of Vladimir in 1238 and Kiev in 1240, forcing them to pay annual tribute and accept his nominations as princes. Batu's ulus stretched from the Ural River to the mouths of the Danube and the Carpathian. It exacted tribute from most of the Russian principalities and carried raids as far west as Poland and as far south as Iran and Bulgaria. Starting with the conversion of Berka to Islam, the White Horde made a traditional alliance with the Mamluks of Egypt against their common rival, the Ilkhans. From the 1280s until 1299, the White Horde was effectively under the control of two Khans, the legitimate Khans and Nogai Khan, a warlord and kingmaker, who made an alliance with the Byzantine Empire and invaded countries bordering the Blue Horde, particularly in the Balkans. Nogai's preeminence was ended by the assertion of the legitimate Khan Tota, and the Blue Horde reached the apex of its power and prosperity during the reigns of Uzbek Khan and his son Yani Beg in the middle of the 14th century, when it intervened in the affairs of the disintegrating Ilkhanate. The White Horde remained strong from its foundation until the 1350s. Problems in the west of the Horde led to the eventual losses of Wallachia, Dobruja, Moldavia and the western Ukraine and the vassal principalities west of Kiev, losing those lands to Lithuania after being defeated by its army in the Battle of Blue Waters in 1362, and Poland. At the same time, Mamai turned kingmaker in the Blue Horde. In this time, Muscovy seceded from Mongol overlordship. It was not until the coming of Tokhtamysh that the concurrent Khans were removed. He briefly united the Blue Horde with the White Horde in 1380. Left-wing orders ulus, or more appropriately, the left wing of the Golden Horde, was one of the uluses within the Mongol Empire formed around 1225, after the death of Jochi, when his son, Orderikan, inherited his father's appanage by the Jaksatis. It was the eastern constituent part of the Golden Horde. Because Order and his descendants ruled the left division of the Golden Horde, they were called princes of the left wing. Initially it covered the western part of the territory ruled by the Jochids and included western Central Asia and southwestern Siberia. The capital of the White Horde was originally at Lake Balkhash but later moved to Signak, Kazakhstan on the Syedaya River. When Batu Khan sent a large Jochid delegation to Hulagu's campaign in the Middle East, it included a strong contingent under Kuli, a son of Order. However, suspicious deaths of the latter and other Jochid princes angered the rulers of the Golden Horde. During the Toluid civil war over succession between Kublai and Ariq Boka from 1260 to 1264, the White Horde elites supported the latter. They also began to support the Oghuzid prince Kaidu because he was supported by the Khans such as Berka and Monkatima. Since 1280, Order's successor, Konchi or Kochu, had allied with the Yuan dynasty and the Ilkhanate. In return, they rewarded him. According to Rashid al-Din Hamadani's account, or H. Howarth's analysis, Kunchi possessed the territory of Ghazna and Bamiyan under the suzerainty of either the Chagatai Khanate or the Ilkhanate. Kunchi warned the Ilkhan Abahar of the upcoming invasion of Barak in 1268. However, when the Borjigan princes, who operated on the Kublai Khan's behalf in Central Asia and later rebelled, fought against each other, they appealed to Kunchi, whose response is not clear. Marco Polo describes the Horde as extremely cold area, saying, "This king has neither city nor castle. He and his people live always either in the wide plains or among great mountains and valleys. They subsist on the milk and flesh of their cattle, and have no grain. The king has a vast number of people, but he carries on no war with anybody, and his people live in great tranquility. They have enormous numbers of cattle, camels, horses, oxen, sheep, and so forth." In 1299, the left-wing Khan, Bayan, was deposed by his cousin, Kobalek, who took assistance from Kaidu and Duar. By 1304, Bayan had reoccupied most of his ancestors' lands. His horde began to herd around Syedaya, replacing the Shaybanids. Bayan's troops included the Russian and Magyar soldiers. Their Khan, Chimtai, sent his brothers to take the Golden Horde's throne during the Blue Horde's period of anarchy. but they were all murdered before reaching any success. Members from White Horde, Khizr, and his son or relative, Arab Sheikh, briefly took the throne of the Golden Horde, using their army. In 1375, Urus Khan, the eighth Khan of the left wing, became a contested Khan of both the Blue Horde and the White Horde. He extruded the members from the house of Khizr. Urus died in 1377, and when his nephew Toktamish wrested control of the White Horde from Urus's son Timur Malik in 1378, he regained control of the Blue Horde as well. Thus, Toktamish consolidated the two hordes, becoming the Khan of the Golden Horde. After the defeat of Toktamish in 1395–96, Kuruichik was appointed head of the White Horde by Tamerlane. Since then, families of Jochi's sons, Tuka Timur, Shiban and Orda, began to merge with each other, establishing Uzbek and Kazakh hordes. Among them, Kuruichik's descendant, Borog, briefly asserted the throne of the Golden Horde in 1421. After Barik's murder, the horde divided into two parts with two Khans, Muhammad and Mustafa. Mustafa reconquered the horde, though in Siberia appeared another threat of Abul-Khair Khan. In 1446 the latter gained the victory over Mustafa, ending the existence of Ordas Ulus. Additional reading: Boris Grakov and Alexander Yakubovsky, The Golden Horde and Its Downfall. George Vernadsky, The Mongols and Russia.